This is Module 10, Lesson 35. We're actually starting Module 10. Wow. The title of this message is Joshua and Samson. So here's the key principle. If you want to read a good book on doing spirituality well, read the book of Joshua. If you want to read a book on spirituality at its worst, read the book of Judges. They actually follow each other in the Bible. Judges comes right after the book of Joshua. Now these two books are actually pictures of you and I living in daily relationship with God. The book of Joshua exemplifies a life of faith-filled obedience that comes out of a life, now get this, faith-filled obedience that comes out of a life that values God's presence. It introduces us to a time of revival, of pursuing new frontiers. It's when Moses' successor is about to lead the nation into taking the land of promises. Now, I don't call it the promised land. I call it the land of promises because it wasn't supposed to be a promise that was fulfilled one time. It was supposed to be a place where the promises of God just kept expounding throughout their life. Kind of like what we live in. It was to lead them into taking the land of promises, but which their parents did not take due to a slavery mentality which they never could get free from, and that kept them in fear that God would let them down. The book of Judges picks up at the end of Joshua's life and begins telling of one of the darkest periods in Israel's history. It's not a fun read, I'm telling you, but it is a very important read. It is the telling of a season where they lost their cheerleaders who encouraged them in two things. Number one, valuing God's presence. And number two, to have faith in God's faithfulness. Let that sink in.